Hey y'all, I'm Nathan. I'm back to make another mediocre video about one of my favorite pieces of gear from the past year or so, the Teenage Engineering EP133 KO2 sampler, producer, composer, whatever they call it. I've made a few videos in the past about this device that were kind of if I'm honest. I do have one video making an ambient piece on this. You might want to check that one out. I wanted to come back at you with a new video illustrating how to build a beat from square one. Let's say you've never used this before or you're just taking it out of the box and you need a little bit of guidance. The manual can be a lot at first. And I think the best way to dig into this is just to get going and see what happens. Yesterday, I was playing around just making sure I was up to date with everything I wanted to express in this video. And I made this piece. Yeah, you get the idea. I'm pretty happy with this. I kind of wish I had made the video while I was making that. The chances that I'm going to make something as cool as that today are probably slim, but let's give it a go. I have not prepared anything for this or rehearsed anything. I really wanted it to be in the moment. I might have to go back and delete or even start over. This might make for an interesting video. You can be the judge. So I'm going to use project 3 today. The KO2 can save 9 projects. You hit main and the number. We got P3 here. I've already got this crappy. I was just playing around. So we need to clear this slot. We're gonna hit erase main and then 3. Project 3 is now deleted. And we're starting from the beginning. We've got group A going on. We need a sound.
Twilight.
Oh yeah, these are not the stock samples. I got a bunch of weird shit that I've put in here with some of the stock samples. It deleted a bunch of them as I uploaded new things. So let's just find a kick drum. Okay. So amplitude, basically volume right there. Got pitch here. Pretty cool that you don't have to go into the sound edit mode to access these. You're going to be using it a lot. So you know what? I'm going to add a delay to this right away. All right, let's just get something going here. All right, and this tempo is way too fast. So I'm going to erase that and go back and lower my tempo. The default is 120. I'm kind of a low 80s kind of guy. So let's go back and just record this delayed kick drum. So I've got 1 bar there, got my little thing. Cool beans, right? So I'm gonna use this first scene as an intro. So we're gonna go ahead and just create a scene right away. You hit shift and main, and now we're in scene 2. You can hit main by seeing that, scene 1, scene 2. So when you create a new scene, it makes an exact copy of the previous scene. Now you have a new scene with all this stuff. And this allows you to build a piece as you go. Right, so I think that for scene 2, what I would like is more of a beat, not just a random delayed kick drum. I'm gonna go to group B and we're gonna find some other sounds.
Twilight.
Yeah, cool. Up a little, This is cool. So right now I've got this set up at 1 bar. Let's say, and this is how I make my pieces on the KO2 the most interesting, is by almost each group making the bar lengths, the phrase lengths different. So to do that, you're gonna hit record and count up, and it's gonna show you how many bars here. I'm gonna go 5 and try and add a little bit of variation in this. Let's see how it goes. All right, let's see how it sounds. And I'll just come out and say this now. I'm pretty much always using unquantized sounds here. And that's why it says free. If you want to change that, you hit main and tempo. That's actually wrong. You hit main and timing. And then you can scroll between them there. I like free. Every time I use quantized, I think it kind of sounds like shit for me. A lot of you guys, especially if you're sequencing note by note, maybe it works better for you. So anyway, let's listen to our beat. Surprisingly, I think I kind of nailed this the first time. So let's say I didn't, and you need, well, I want to show you how to erase because I think that's really important. There is shift, and the B button, which is the little back arrow, can undo things. If you've already recorded something, you need to get rid of it, you would hold erase and then the pad of the sound that you just recorded on. In this case, I would hit 1 and 2. I'm sure I'll show you. I'll be erasing a ton of shit. So anyway, I kind of like this. I mean, this is a good basis. So I'm going to make a new scene. So going back, scene 1 is just our intro, scene 2. Right, and now we're in scene 3. So I think we're gonna need a new sound. So I've got this rando music box thing. I'm gonna see if we can maybe use this. I think it's a longer sample. Yeah, but what I want is maybe just a single note from it. So let's go into sound edit, and we are going to TRI's trim, and we just want that first note. So I'm gonna crank this all the way down. Yeah, sure, okay. And then let's pitch this down so it doesn't sound horrific. And we've already got our delay going, so let's see what... All right, now we're talking. And one thing that's really cool about the KO2 is you can, once you've got a sound you like, you can hit keys, and now you can play this chromatically. The scale that you're using is actually in the settings. And in one of my previous videos, I addressed how to change this, and I unfortunately can't remember it in this moment. So you're gonna have to check out that previous video. Let's take our key sound down. This is how you would go through your octaves here. Fuck it, let's try it. Oh, I want a longer phrase, so what do we got here? Yep, it was at 1. So again, I really like some variation. So I'm gonna go long with this. I'm gonna go 9. I guarantee this is gonna take a few minutes, so let's go. Yep, hated that. So shift and B to go back. So as I did that, it also cleared my bar length back down to 1. I think because I double tapped it, I just kind of always double tap. So let's set that again. I think 9's too crazy. Let's go 5. All right. Feedback protection. Kind of hate it. Bar length back to where we want it. Maybe this needs to be higher. Okay. I think think what I want to do is maybe just make a droning or like haze sound with this. So I am going to take this back down to 1 bar. Let's just see how this sounds. I think I was late on that. Yeah. Okay, cleared it by Shift and B. Recording again. So I'm going to sound edit this a little more. Okay, and right there I pitched it down. I've already, how can we do this? Okay, let's see if we can try this. I want to extend into bar 2 and then, I don't think I'm doing this right. I was doing this right. Okay, 2 bars though. All right, kind of hate this. I'm going back and deleting these. Okay. I'm gonna go into sound edit and then envelope, because one thing I realize has a really dry attack. So the Y knob here can change. We've also got release. So this is giving us like a little bit of a softer, rounded sounds. Again, I think I just want to do like a little haze thing here. So let's try it. Okay, is it blowing my mind? No, but I think we can work with this. And I think what we need is a bass line and maybe a vocal sample. So what should we do here? I think that let's just go to D and try and get a vocal, or sorry, a bass line going.
The twilight.
Here at all my samples. So you can skip sounds by holding sound and just punching a number. 400, there we go. Okay, right away I'm like, that sounds pretty cool to me. All right, you might have seen there, I tried to just go into keys mode without hitting keys, so let's just... Okay, I'm gonna go down one. All right, let's try it. And how many bars? I think we're gonna need some more bars. And the attack on this is quite soft, so I just wanna check. Yeah, it's already all the way down. My release is up. So the very first, once you go to sound edit, the first thing S&D is just sound. And one of the things here that you have is pan, which, you know, for bassline, maybe we don't need. Maybe we'll use this for the vocal sample later. But here you have one shot, key mode, and legato, and this is gonna like affect how your samples are played back. Okay, it's not affecting it much here, but I always kind of check in because sometimes by turning this, I get surprising results that are really unexpected and enjoyable. Okay, back to bassline. Let's just play. It's just a little too low, right? So I'm going back up high. I noticed some inconsistency with this. I still think that there's something inside this menu that can help us. It sounds pretty good right now, but let's just go to key. Okay, so there we have a polyphonic mode, which is cool. Okay, going back. Okay, am I a genius bass player or something? No, I'm not, but this is what we're gonna work with. Nope. Going back, how many bars? Right. Let's go 5 bars. Unquantizedness right there. Okay, and another thing is that delayed bass drum from scene 1 is still in here, and I have a creative way of getting rid of that because I don't think we need it here. So you have projects, you have scenes, which we talked about, but you also have patterns, and the way to change your pattern and how I use it is often just to get rid of something. Because when you make a scene, it makes an exact copy. Sometimes you don't want exactly every little thing. So I'm going back to my sound. There it is. We're gonna hit main and A, and we're in pattern 3. I'm gonna make this number 10 because I know I'm not gonna have 10 scenes, so it's effectively removed now. So just giving us a little more clarity. Want a more vibing snare, like a doubled snare, I think, in this section too. All right, so where is our other? Right, so let's go find another snare sound. I do love a rim knock. I'm getting hurt here by not quantizing, but it's just how I do things. I'm so sorry, everyone. I think I'm gonna get ripped for this one. Let's record this snare. We've got, that's our sound, ready to go. All right, just a little inconsistent. Let's see if we can get it a little more perfect. Did I tell you I grew up playing drums? Maybe that's why I love going through this psycho process. I think what I want to do is find a group that doesn't have as many bars and add my snare sound there. So we liked 114. How many bars we got here? Right. So turning key mode off, then we're gonna go 114 here. Shit, we got delay there. We can't do that. What do we got in group D? How many bars? Oh, it's long. Okay. So this is what I meant about it not being perfect. You're seeing the actual process. The KO2 is kind of a convoluted thing to build parts in. And this is the joy of it though. It's like, it's a little bit of a puzzle, especially when you're using effects. So anyway, let's go back and try and nail this snare part in group B. right, and I'm pretty happy with this so far. We're gonna copy to scene 4, and the thing that I wanna do here is show you how to sample with the mic, the built-in mic. Let's go here. Today I was listening to this, it's kind of a meme song on TikTok, Emergency. I'm gonna say emergency, and we're gonna sample it in. So you hit sample, this is your level, and this is your threshold, like at what volume you want the sampler to activate. You're gonna hold, and once this threshold thing hits its point, that's when it starts to record. I'm gonna say emergency. Ready? I fucked up. So erase, and then the pad it was on. Here we go again. Emergency.
Emergency.
It's kind of perfect. Let's say that we needed, so this is now
Emergency.
Okay, I don't think this is that cool. Let's use it.
Emergency.
So one cool thing here.
Emergency.
So this is a one shot.
Emergency.
Oops, this is what I meant to do. So I like this feature, how you can kind of catch the very beginning syllable there. So I went into sound edit, and in sound, I put it in key mode. All right, well, it's so goofy, but I think we're gonna work with this for a minute. So let's just make sure we don't need to trim this, because almost every time I've done this, you have to trim the edges. It's strangely good, but let's just pretend. So we're in sound edit, TRI is trim. Okay, that's great. But just remember that sound edit, trim with the knobs. You're gonna be using that a lot if you're using samples. All right. All right, there we go. That's a little more vibing. Okay, I'm committing. I'm so sorry. And this is a 3-bar pattern here. Okay, it's pretty simplistic. I don't have a lot of changes here, but I think I've kind of illustrated a lot of what I wanted to do, but I'm remembering our first scene just has that. Maybe this needs something else, right? What could it have? Well, I'm gonna go back here. We've got our delay on it, which I actually like, but let's see if we can put almost like a keyboard drone here. And what pattern? Yeah, so pattern 1. Let's find a cool sound. Okay, right there, I tried to undo and it didn't work, so you just hit erase, and wherever you had just recorded, the sound is still there, but your part is gone now. Okay, we need something more synthy. I mean, let's key mode this and take it up. Let's see if we can get some polyphony. does show you that you could play chords with a simple synth sound, which I think is like such a cool feature of this. But let's keep looking. I just want a drone of some kind. That is ultra strange. Let's go to the envelope and... Okay, no, I thought I could work with that. Going to keys mode, lowering this. That is not the right sound. What was the one I wanted to use? That is pretty cool. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, so our attack, our decay, key mode is correct. Let's try it. The easy way to do this, I'm in scene 2, but I'm shifting this to pattern 1. All right. Okay, there we go. That was my workaround. So scene 1. Then we go to scene 2 and our beat comes in. I'm really glad I added that higher snare. It definitely like hits a little better. Okay, I hope you're laughing along with me as you learn something here. So, is it the coolest beat ever? No, it is not. But I think it shows you how you can slowly develop a concept and then, you know, actually get some movement in your pieces. And one thing I love about this is how you can jump around from scene to scene and get compositions that are like pretty unique. I don't know if I'm perfectly demonstrating it, but let me play around a little and see. So we'll start on scene 2. What does it sound like if we jump to scene 1? Okay, and I really think scene 4 just needs another thing. So let's just add one more thing before the video's done. Okay, we're gonna go in this group. Yup. Yep, this is what we need. So we're in our final scene. I like it. Let's go. Some key takeaways for you if you're just starting out with this. It's really important that you understand how scenes work. It's a copy and paste to make a new scene, and you build off of that. Sometimes you want to knock a sound out of these new scenes. The best way that I've found to do that is to change the pattern by holding main and one of the, the group letter, and then changing that number to 10 or whatever it is to kind of knock it out of your piece. Otherwise, you really want to know how to use your sound edit mode. When you find a sound you like, you can pitch it up, you can change the volume, you can pan, you can go into the sound edit mode, change the one shot or legato sounds. I really like to change the attack of almost everything. I almost always like a slower attack, especially because I make kind of a lot of washed out ambient sounds. That's it for me today. Thanks for sticking to the end of this. I'll talk to you all soon. Take care.